So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Baldwin. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Baldwin. Just a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that'll give them a first. The Dolphins at 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 9 yards on the 1st down. Keeper it in 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Huntley. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Let's go. 10 seconds.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Ready.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Shot. 17.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Yeah, the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Noah Igbinoghene.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
52 Glasgow.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
No, 52.
Now it's Bolden. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, We saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
To throw, Huntley.
And going deep for Hill. He's got it at the 15. It's a big play there for Miami. 55 yards. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Huntley to throw. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. The touchdown giving them the first quarter lead. Remember, they lost a rough game 2 weeks ago. Then they had to sit through the open week, but a good start here.
And just think about everyone around them, everyone around the organization. When you lose headed into that open week, everyone's cringing because you don't have a chance to get on the horse and ride it again for at least 2 weeks. Well, they were able to take that time, use it constructively, and now they're back in form.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Being chased out left.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A dump off here to Bolden.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown, then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out. Still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gregory.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Here we go, set. Number 38.
Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you come around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They're going to look to throw.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time.
Nick Needham picks it off.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Go. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off play action. Huntley.
Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Long.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Hunter Long.
32 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Second and 3. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Allen's got it complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And the reception made over the middle. This is Bolden.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Let's go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
43 rail. Rail green. Yellow, go.
Back to throw again.
He'll get that complete to Albert O.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Albert Okuwebunam.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Bengals get a bit closer. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. first catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Baldwin, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll keep it on the ground. Baldwin. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Ready, break.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is. Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
2nd and 5. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that one complete once again to Higgins. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go now.
2nd and 8.
And cycle. Ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Set, ready. Watch out now. 52. Black Olsen.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches. They stay on the ground. Here's Bolden again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready? 19 Wyatt. With Ryan.
Here's Huntley. And he coughed it up, and the Bengals have recovered it. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Gregory. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Gregory. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is that right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Shot, 17. Right.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. And McPherson on for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Huntley. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Here we go, set. Hey, last run, go.
A final shot before break. Huntley, he's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Here we go.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Bro, 52.
Here's Bolden.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12.
He'll look to throw.
Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And his pass, incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target.
That'll bring up 2nd down. Now back to throw.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll look to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Check pitch.
They run with Bolden. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Trouble, 38. Slide 2. You, yellow.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Huntley. And going deep for Hill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Huntley to throw. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
To throw on 3rd down, Huntley. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. The field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
On the ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely, no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
10.
They'll run on first down. Bolden, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Second and 9 now. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
On the ball. On the ball. Striker. 3-3.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Gregory.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Black shot. Green jack.
He'll look to throw. He's got Allen.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Yellow, line. Steal, check, steal.
2nd and 4. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Here we go.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They run the counter. Bolden. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
On the set.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Shot, 17. Ready?
They'll run again with Bolden. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field.
Touchdown!
Jamar Chase
From 4 yards out.
And the Bengals will add to their 4th quarter lead. McPherson on for the point after.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Bengals 31, Dolphins 21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And this one is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Huntley. Baldwin with it over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Looking to throw. Huntley. And he whips that one incomplete there. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Tyler Huntley, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Blue striker. Ready.
Back to throw here. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Throw. 52. Ready.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Christian Wilkins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Double 38.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
On second down now, Bolden in a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On third down, Bolden. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Here we go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Ready? Third. Right there. Cowboy 80. Street.
On first and 10, Huntley. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Now Huntley.
And Hill with it over the middle.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
Huntley. On a huge mistake late. It's intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Bolden. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here we go, set. Fight 60.
third down. He'll drop to throw.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to make it fourth down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Cincinnati, they get a much-needed victory to get to 3-5 on the year.
And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.